Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you. It's depending where you are in the world. We're doing a nighttime devotion from the devotional Maranatha, the title today, The Times and Seasons. Acts 1, verse 7. He said unto them, It is not for you to know the time or the seasons, which the Father hath put in his own power. The times and seasons God has put in his own power. And why has not God given us this knowledge? Because we would not make a right use of it if we did. A condition of things would result from this knowledge among our people that would greatly retard the work of God in preparing a people to stand in the great day that is to come. Jesus has told his disciples to watch, but not for definite time. His followers are to be in a position of those who are listening for the orders of their captain. They're to watch, wait, pray, and work as they approach the time of the coming of the Lord. But no one will be able to predict just when that time will come. And of that day and hour knoweth no man. You will not be able to say that he will come in 1, 2, or 5 years. Neither are you to put off his coming by stating that it will not be for 10 or 20 years. We're not to know the definite time either for the outpouring of his Spirit or for the coming of the Christ. While was pointed to some who are in the great error of believing that it is their duty to go to Old Jerusalem. Now, this was written in the early 1850s when the age to come advocates taught that Old Jerusalem would be built up as a center of Christian witness, fulfilling certain prophecies of the Old Testament. And they had to work to do, they had work there to do before the Lord comes. Such a view is calculated to take the mind and interest from the present work of the Lord under the message of the third angel. For those who think that they are to yet to go to Jerusalem will have their minds there, and their means will be withheld from the cause of present truth to get themselves and others there. I saw that such a mission would accomplish no real good, that it would take a long while to make a very few of the Jews believe even in the first advent of Christ, much more to believe in his second advent. The times and seasons, this was called. Now, there's a couple of things I need to pick up here. Times and seasons, we're not to know. We cannot know when the Son of Man will come. The angels don't know. How could we even know? And I know I've said in a fair few times, he is coming in our lifetime. I truly believe that. Now, I've been saying this for the last 20 years nearly, but I definitely believe he's coming in our lifetime. And my lifetime, as far as I'm concerned, is going to go on for another 50 years probably. So, but definitely in our lifetime, in this generation, everything seems to be happening now as the Bible has prophesied. So I strongly believe probably within the next 10, if not 15 years. That's the first thing. Second thing is we cannot prepare per se to say, oh, we need to do this, we need to do it, he's coming soon. We need to prepare ourselves, yes, but not pack and do this. And no, you can't do that. You just need to prepare yourself, prepare your heart, your mind, your life. And I'm talking to myself. And there's another thing here where it talks about the seasons and why hasn't God given us the knowledge? because here it says, because we would not make right use of it. So there's proof, actual proof. There is technology that controls the weather. They can make it rain, they can make it cloudy, they can make it snow, they can create hurricanes, typhoons, tornadoes. They can create all of this now. They can create tsunamis, earthquakes. Remember, the Bible says there'll be earthquakes in diverse places. That's because they're creating them. There are tsunamis, there are storms, all of that is happening. And that has been available, that technology. That was used in the Second World War. It was used at the time, I do believe, when the Nazis were marching on to Russia, I do believe. I think it was. And then there was a great snowstorm. They used it to stop the Nazis invading Russia. And it's been used ever since. If you're interested, it's called HAARP, HAARP. Look it up. It's not only that, it's not, HAARP is used for various things. HAARP is also like a direct energy weapon, which you need to look up. Which is what they use. They're using against various drones are able to use this weapon. But they do control the weather, so they can change the seasons per se. So they make it cold if they want to make it cold, and we think it's winter. So the seasons are still the same all around the world. It's just the weather changes, and they cause that to happen. Just the same as they cause sicknesses, there'll be diseases, pestilences. All this is in the Bible, and all these flu pandemics, etc., are all man-made. All man-made. So I wouldn't buy into all this flu and COVID, etc. It's all 5G, 6G. From whenever all this influenza began, it was 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G. All of that has caused what they call flu symptoms. It's what is happening in the world today. So don't believe it's flu. They're talking about this one now that's on this boat around off the coast of Spain somewhere, and the boat's not allowed to come into harbour till after the weekend, and then they're going to isolate people. This is not flu. They've already got vaccines ready for all this and everything. So have a look. If you've got me Instagram on Telegram, have a look there. I've put all the information there. Other than that, oh yeah, one other thing. It talks about the Old Testament, people going in the Old Testament that Jerusalem will be built up again. They have rebuilt the third temple. They've rebuilt it in readiness because they said that when the temple is built, then Jesus will come. Well, it's not literal, the literal temple to be rebuilt, the physical building. That is not it. The third temple to be rebuilt is the temple in our hearts. We are the temple. We need to make ourselves ready. When we're ready, then he will come. Are you ready?